alright, it's been about a month since I initially talked about the Rayne Royce WHODUNNIT storyline, and it's been at least a month since Rayne died. So now it's probably time to talk about general updates, who the real suspects are, and just generally a bit of like a review of the storyline, because I'm not saying the storyline's actually becoming quite reductive to the characters, and I'm not sure whether I'm just not feeling Hollyoaks as much, but I really have to believe that this is like the reason. Oh, sorry, dog. Come on, dog. So whilst I get fucking disturbed, hold on. Alright, sorry if the audio is slightly muffled. As you can see, lovely boy Joey has decided to join me. So yes. Alright, so let's talk about the Rayne Royce WHODUNNIT. I was saying how I think this storyline has look, the exit, as contrived as it was, as silly as Romeo's cannonball was, ultimately the exit was quite exciting. It was quite a good way to like look at the character. And it was a great way to exit. It was really exciting. It was nice to see who done it. It was great fun. But over the last month or so, I do feel like it has become quite reductive, as I just said before. Like, I do believe that genuinely a lot of the stuff that was already established previously has kind of been thrown under the bus. And my one biggest issue about this is the fact there was a big secret between Romeo and Perry. And it turns out that the night that Rayne died, they slept together. Now, I wasn't the biggest Juliet and Perry fan as such, but it wasn't only like a couple of months ago, like at the funeral, where Romeo tried to kiss Perry, and then Perry went, "Nah, Jules only been dead like a couple of weeks, come on." And they was like, "Nah, we'd never actually get together, like, because of this trauma, because we love Jules too much." But now, we're heading towards a direction where Romeo and Perry are probably going to get together, and it's like, what? Why? Why would you do this to both the characters? You're taking away a lot of the depth. Why are you, like, yes, Romeo needs some help. He does. He's struggling a lot. He clearly needs some help. But just getting with Joey, you're managing to fucking headbutt the microphone. Please stop that, dog. But it's just fundamentally... Sorry. Joey's deciding to lie down now. It's just... You establish this strong character and that Perry is, you know, just, will never love anybody more than Juliet. But now she's sleeping with her brother. It's not even been that long since Juliet died. When did Juliet even die? She died in June. She died in June. Fucking hell, it's been a hot while. Yeah, I just fucking... I don't know, man, and that's probably my biggest issue currently. I know this one's been a bit like all over the place so far, and I'll talk a bit more into who the suspects are, but so far this storyline, it's just been a bit reductive, honestly. Like, you have, like, everybody's supposed to be a suspect, but I don't think it's going to be any of the people teased. I don't see it being any of the characters. Lacey left. Nadira's the most sus because she's trying to claim that everybody did it but her. Juliet, Perry and Romeo are super sus as well. Like, honestly, for the sake of the storyline, and considering that Brent, like, faked his own death, I'm not saying I would happily have it be a thing where Rayne faked her own death and just blamed it on all the people she hates. But I would like to see it be Rayne having like faked her own death, or alternatively having killed herself for the most possible traction and publicity. And I'm gonna read some of the r/Hollyoaks subreddit as to what people think, and then I'll kind of wrap around as to say who I actually think it is. Someone says, I'm really hoping that either this week or next week will they finally reveal who killed Rayne. I'm personally not sure who I think the killer is, though I kind of feel it could be Perry, but it's slightly confusing as that the voice message telling everybody go to the pool. My guess is that whoever killed Rayne set that voice message up with some sort of AI voice thing and maybe a timer, and then when everybody ran to the pool, they'd have enough time to blend in and look shocked. Then again, I'm not sure how those things work. My other theory, as I've seen a few fans suggest, is that Rayne actually killed herself but made it look like a murder as part of some elaborate revenge scheme, and somehow she got an unsuspecting Romeo and Perry involved. Since Perry does mention that she and Romeo did do something, I actually wouldn't put it past Hollyoaks given that some of the crazy stuff he had about past episodes. Seemingly a new viewer here. One thing I always want to know is there was a camera filming the pool, right? There was the camera with the sunglasses and the statue. I do wonder what that has happened to that I wonder what that has happened, like where that's gone. But yeah, I think it'd be interesting to say that perhaps Rayne faked her own death, or she faked her own death, or she did just stage her own murder for the maximum possible attention. Someone says, I think it was James who seemed so desperate to pin it on someone. I don't think it's purely for Romeo's sake. I just can't see James killing someone. I don't think he'd managed to deal with it too well. Someone says, I thought it was Rayne for the longest time. Killed herself to make everyone look sus, but I don't know. I'm thinking an outsider from that group. But what did Romeo and Perry do? That's what I want to know. And obviously someone goes, they slept together. And then someone says, they still haven't explained the agent, so she'll do anything for ratings and big stunts. I'm going to fake her own death or fake death gone wrong. But it's either Rayne or agent's fault that, like, Faye, I think, was the agent. Someone just says, didn't it take like 10 months to find out who killed Lucy Beale? Imagine we're going to have to similar weight, and I've got no clue who's done it. She was a dick, so she deserved it. Someone says, I won't be surprised at all if she's not dead. Someone says, I'm starting to believe it. My new theory is Rayne decided to fake her own murder as part of an elaborate revenge plan against Perry. She got a good body double in advance and killed her. She then timed it so that she'd have enough time to get away so everybody would find her lookalike and believe her to be Rayne. And it's been Rayne that's been doing all the social media stuff, like that stuff that was going on with her socials shortly after. And she's been doing it so everybody think that it's going to be Perry and that mystery woman who has been helping her and maybe someone else. Someone says, too well written, her mother probably helped her fake her own death. And someone says, I think it might be Nadira. She's always jumping on the bandwagon when a new suspect comes to light. Or is it Rayne who killed her sister and... Her sister? Did she have a sister? And disguised them as herself? Did Rayne have a sister? Is the next question. Does she have a sister? I don't think so. I fucking... I don't even know at this point. It's not even, like, really... there's no real suspect right now. Like, everybody's a suspect. That is true, but there's no real, like... You know, if you had to guess who killed Lucy, it'd probably be Max, right? Probably be Max, as far as I was concerned. But then again, I didn't watch it at the time. If I was guessing who the gloved hand killer was, probably would have been... Well, it was teased a lot that it was either Celine or... It was either Celine, Kim, or Tegan, but never Lindsay. I like the idea if I like the idea that I like a lot more of the outside the box ideas because I don't want the death on any of these characters' conscience. Although most of them have really become like a shell of themselves and are just here to serve that storyline, which I'm still fairly unsure of. God. I wouldn't mind it if Brent's mum killed Rayne. She was the one who appeared. She realized that, oh fuck, he's been taken in again. I don't think it's Brent. Like, I wouldn't mind if it was that. I didn't mind the theory that it was going to be Donna Marie who crept in and like finally realized like what she'd done to Romeo. But ultimately, I just don't really have a big plan, and I'm not saying I'm worried as to how long this storyline's gonna take, but I really am, because it's not been compelling, I'd argue. And maybe I'm wrong, alright? Maybe I'm not feeling Hollyoaks as much as I usually do. And I'm definitely not. But I'm quite worried that it'll just drag on rather than, like, actually... I am worried that it'll drag on rather than actually, like, it's fuck me. Get your words, mate. I'm worried that it's going to drag on rather than like elevate the story and all the characters in it, because I feel like a lot of the characters are becoming one note, like, oh, I'm not suspicious. Yeah, but fuck you. You know, it's becoming a lot more desperate, and it's becoming a lot less engaging to watch. So I do think that some of these storylines they do need to wrap up. Obviously, it's a whodunit, so it's hard to tell when it'll actually wrap up. But fundamentally, what do you think? Because I have no fucking clue. I prefer the idea that if they... Because I can't see it being Romeo or Perry, right? So... Yeah, I don't know. I want it to be better than I feel like it is, but fundamentally, I'm just not very convinced by it. It's not been very interesting. The episode was immediately the peak, and even some people thought that was contrived. Like, a lot of the style is gone, and now we're just simply, like, treading the same water and being told that it's, like, really fancy, and it's the same. It's not been particularly good. I don't like to be negative on this channel, but... You know, maybe if you tell me what you think in the comment section down below, maybe you can re-enthuse me. You know, maybe I'll remember my position and ultimately not even, like, maybe the next time I record one of these, it'll be a whole lot more energized and a whole lot more interesting. But yeah, I suppose there's another thread where someone just goes, it's been a couple of weeks, I just want to know who killed her by now. Someone essentially saying, still not convinced she didn't do it herself. Same. Someone says, I usually love a good whodunit storyline, but I think I would prefer this one if it was either a serial killer storyline or if you actually liked the victim in the first place. This is the second whodunit in a row. George being the first, where I'm like, are we supposed to care they died? Anyone else at the mansion who died be enjoying it more? So stupid, our story is such a bore. Whoever did it, we're all better off if there being one less influencer on TV, even if they're fictional. The good riddance paperboat made me think maybe she faked it. She's saying good riddance to Rayne, but not Louise. They're really laying it on thick with how Louise was a totally different person. Someone says, it's painful to see them try to drop mysterious hints like Romeo and Perry. It's obvious they're intentionally trying to misdirect. We get it. Romeo and Perry probably got together, but it's framed like they tried to kill Rayne. It's happening till January. Apparently, you're literally dragging it out for for fuck's sake. You just had to write it as suicide. Well, obviously, that's a very small portion of people in the EastEnders subreddit, so it's hard to tell, what the general consensus is. So as said before, I would love to hear what you think, but most importantly, thank you for watching. I've been Ash from Watching Walford. Make sure to continue watching the channel. I hope you are enjoying all that we're doing. There's a Movember drive in the description. We're growing mustaches and trying to spread the word for men's mental health. So if you do feel like that's a cause that's close to your heart, just keep supporting the channel or go over and give us as little money as you feel you can, or as much money as you feel you can. But we have a goal for £100, and we'll be continuing as normal. There'll be a couple of live streams on my Twitch channel. But all in all, thank you for watching. I've been Ash from Watching Walford. And as always, thank you, and bye, bye, bye.